get with the sheep.
I'm having a breakdown.
This absolute unit here.
Gooping it. It's gooping.
Oh, he's a sad boy.
Oh no!
Hello, and welcome back to Dicebreaker, or should I say, TASKBreaker.
Sorry, I'm still recovering.
It's me, Alex Lolies, and I've been joined by my four lovely colleagues, Matt Jarvis, Alex Meehan, Olivia Kennedy, and Michael Wheels Whelan. Hello!
Hi,
Welcome.
guys. Thanks for having us.
Welcome to my show! I have given my colleagues, my lovely, lovely colleagues, 3 tasks to do in their own homes, and they have filmed themselves doing these tasks, and I have put all the little efforts into some videos, and we're gonna watch them, and we're gonna talk about what happened, and we're gonna laugh at them because there's a lot to laugh about.
Laugh with them, please. please laugh with.
And I'm really excited about it. So, yeah, how do you all feel after having done your 3 tasks? Have you got anything to say to me?
Yeah,
To
no,
start
I'm
with?
delighted to be taking part in this not TV show, in this YouTube video that bears no legal similarities to any popular television series.
Legally distinct.
I've never watched Taskmaster, so this, I didn't really know what to expect going in. I was setting up and I was like, Zoe, I might need to run into the kitchen at some point. I literally opened up the first task and I was like, yeah, no, okay, now.
Whereas I've seen a lot of Taskmaster, so I know exactly what to expect, and lo and behold, I was not disappointed.
I'm glad to hear it. Okay, well, we'll just shimmy on right to our first task. And this is one that slugs might enjoy.
Hi, Mia here, and I'm doing this Taskmaster thing that Lolies has asked us to do. Okay, so I'm reading out our first task that we've been sent in this kind of big boss email that we got, and it says
Make slime. Slimiest slime wins. You have 10 minutes starting now. Crap. Well, okay, alright, well, oh god. Okay, right, well, I guess we're going to the kitchen.
Make slime. Slimiest slime wins. You have 10 minutes starting now. Oh no! Okay, wait. Okay.
Make slime. Slimiest slime wins. You have 10 minutes starting now. Okay, so this is a timed one. I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes on our oven. Oh god. Okay.
so I've got to go and try and make slime in like 10 minutes. So we're gonna go to the kitchen. So I'm guessing that's where the slimy stuff is.
Downstairs.
A big bowl. So I'm gonna use this bowl. And what's slimy? I mean, what do I have that's slimy?
What the hell do you make slime out of? I've got lots of baking stuff. Is Zoe lives there?
Slimiest slime.
Making slime. Why have you done this slowly? Right, so I've got a bunch of trays. I'm going to use one of them for the slime, for it to live in. Cool, this could have been used to like a nice dinner or something to keep it fresh. But it's slime time now.
The definition of slime: an unpleasantly thick and slippery liquid substance. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an unpleasantly thick and slippery substance.
Viscous.
Liquid substance.
Yeah,
Viscous.
got some give.
I think I feel like viscous was used a couple of times.
Oh.
Various different
Right.
I'm
Trials of this.
excited about that. No such complicated word came out of my mouth at any point during that
That was
task.
more like glorp,
Pretty
glorp,
highbrow
glorp,
for
glorp.
me, and
I like to think I have a very detailed vocabulary, but when I was just like, oh,
Speaking of Mian,
no.
I feel like Mian is the queen of slime. If you were to give the title of queen of slime to anyone on the Dicebreaker team, you would give it to Mian, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And therefore, I've singled Mian out here, and
Oh.
Mian is doing the first bit on her own. So we're just gonna watch Mian's effort to
Oh,
start.
don't.
What's slimy? I mean, what do I have that's slimy? Miso paste? Yeah, let's try some miso paste. Mayonnaise? Mayonnaise. Peanut butter? Honey's gooey, right? That's basically a step away from slimy. Washing up liquid. That could be its sloppy texture. But banana? Banana's slimy, right? Nutella? I feel like I'm just panicking now. Like I'm panicking. But I'm gonna get some water to kind of mix this up with, because otherwise it's just going to be a lump that's not slimy at all. So we're gonna put some of that in there, and I'm just gonna start mixing because I'm running out of time now. I'm using a banana as well. I could eat this. Instead I'm doing this for this weird challenge. So bye bye banana, sad times. Whoosh. Whoosh banana. We're gonna put some washing up liquid again. Oh, that's really awful. Get some mayonnaise in there. Nutella. We're mixing around this awful, gross smelling bowl. Really is foul. Like, I cannot describe the foulness that is happening in this bowl. It's just really, it's stinky. Ugh. I mean, it's less like slime, more like sick. What colour is slime? Is green, right? This is green. This is like beigey brown. Doesn't have any green food colouring. What can I put in this to make it green? Anything. I have some coriander. I like to think that, I sort of gave it everything I got. Enthusiasm is the key. That's my 10 minutes up. And this is what we've got. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of sliming, right? Like, that's sort of like a mixture between slime and stick.
Ian, did you just make a health smoothie? With banana, Nutella, honey, and coriander.
I'm starting to wish we hadn't recorded this
Yeah.
so early in the morning. That made me feel very
I know, I do feel violated, yeah.
Look,
Mian, what was your thinking with using coriander as a food colouring? Why did you think that was gonna work?
in the oldie days, they would use herbs and plants and things to dye
to food
stuff.
colour their slime.
Yeah, why wouldn't it work in the modern days?
I think I was kind of with you until that point. But then it was like, what can I use? I don't have green food colouring. I know. Let's just rip up some coriander and throw it in. And it just became this lumpy... It does look like sick. It does look like somebody got sick.
It was already plenty lumpy before the coriander got involved. I like to think that the coriander might have improved the smell a little bit. The mayonnaise definitely was doing the heavy lifting in that regard.
I would love to point out that me and Mian were hanging out and we were like, oh, let's have a side with some food. And it was like, oh, mayonnaise? And it was all empty. And now I know why it was just completely empty, because it all went into your slime.
With a bits of coriander in it as well.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's just the herby mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's a herby slime. Exactly, it's a herby slime, right? Okay. I will defend myself and say that I believe that the consistency
did look pretty
fairly
slimy.
I think the colour let me down, but I feel like the consistency was viscous.
Thick but viscous.
Viscous is what we're looking for.
It was a liquid. It was some kind of thick liquid.
It was definitely uncomfortably thick. So.
I don't know if it was
Very
slippery. It was. I don't think you could have held that in your hand without it just flowing out of your hands.
But some
Like
of
you
it
could
would
with
have
slime.
Some of it would have stuck. Your Honour, some of it would have stuck.
I mean, if I poured milk on my hands, some of it would stick. That's just anything. Anything would do that.
I don't like to be argumentative, but you know.
I put the three of you together because the three of you went about it a fairly similar way with varying degrees of success. And there was like, a couple of obviously ingredients that were different from each from the next, but overall it was kind of like along the same lines that you were doing. So clump the three of you together, so we're going to see the effort of the other three now.
Alright. Flour seems like a good thing to put in there, because that'll thicken it up. Let's start with some water. Put some water in here. That seems like a good first step.
I think you're meant to use corn flour. I don't know if we actually have any corn flour. I'm going to get out normal flour as a starting point. I don't think the slime needs to be vanilla flavored. Okay, I'm going to start with, that's quite a lot of flour. And then I think I want warm water rather than cold water. Right?
Flour. I've got flour. Yeah? Oh no, yeah, okay. And oil. Flour. Just a little tiny bit of plain flour. This is in here. Right? Oh god. No. Custard? Custard? I just threw away bananas. That worked. Okay. We added a little bit of water.
Everything's made out of water, isn't it? I don't think I should heat things. That seems like a bad idea. Got a bit of flour here. I know I can make, like a roux. If we just pour a bit of flour in the water. That looks like slop, which isn't a great start. I don't know why I'm mixing with a knife, but here we are. Maybe I put too much. Oh, all right. Well, that's all in now. I don't know how much water to flour ratio makes like a sort of paste. Am I just making dough?
I'm pretty sure bicarbonate of soda makes things explode, so I'm not sure I want to use that.
Oh god, how do you make things thicker? Oil? Oil? Should I add some oil? Okay, I've added a bit of oil.
Hear me out. It's not edible. Nobody's eating the slime. Washing up liquid.
Slimiest slime. Slimiest. Oh, okay, I've got a great idea. What's slimy? Washing up liquid. That's what. Oil is slimy, right? I guess it's oily. But honestly, what's the difference between oily and slimy? I remember chatting to my wife's mum once, who also works in school, and I remember she was chatting about how you make Play-Doh and it was salt. But I think salt's maybe so the kids don't eat it. So, and I don't think anyone's going to eat this slime. Okay, well I think I'm just making really bad dough.
Sugar? Should I add sugar? Sugar makes syrup, and then if that gets sticky and full of flour, then it'll bind. Do I want an idea? I don't know if that's cheating if you tell me things. We have jelly mix. Let's pour some of that in. Although the problem is you have to let jelly set, and I've only got 10 minutes. It's not very solid. Should I cook it? I don't think I should cook it.
Sorry, I'm burping. I'm so panicked, I'm just burping. Okay, right. Hear me out. Candle wax, let's go. Oh. Well, this could be interesting, or it could just ruin it.
That's looking pretty slimy to me, though. That's looking... It makes a really good noise as well. Mmm. Sounds very slimy.
Bit of granulated sugar. That'll thicken this bad boy up. I've got a lot of wets in there. So now I need some dust. I need to dust my wets a little bit. It just won't thicken. Did I put too much water in? Okay, well, time to put the heat on then.
Now, here's the thing. Slimy. Imagine Lolies is going to want a green slime. I don't know why, I just got the feeling she wants a green slime.
Okay, I don't think we have any food colouring, but we do have chili powder, and that's red. So, because I feel like slime is always a bright colour.
What we need to fix this is this. Yeah, here we go. This will definitely fix this. Just a little drop. Oh, that was more than a drop.
Okay, now to make it green. I've got this green Sharpie. I've got nothing green. I'm just drawing it. No, don't do it. She's doing it. I'm doing it. It's kind of working.
Last ditch thing, we've got some sugar syrup, which I feel is also quite slimy.
What is that smell?
It's slime! That's what the smell is. Some kind of soupy yellow porridge, which I don't know if I'd call that slimy. It is hot. Do I get points for hot? The food colouring must have gone off or something because nothing's happened. It's just like Caucasian flesh. That's the colour I would describe it as. Alright, not a great start. No, not a great start to the proceedings.
Look at that. That's slime. Look. Lolies, if you don't think this is slime, you've never seen a slime in your life. I think I've nailed it.
Time to play with it then.
If you were to go on like sound, please. This is not going to be for the faint of heart, right?
So I'm going to put my hand in this slime and show you. Oh, yeah, that's slimy. That is that's quite slimy.
It's quite slimy. I'm having a breakdown. What does it smell like? It's like clean and dirty at the same time. Right, I'm gonna... Okay. What nonsense is this?
Great for kids, great for adults, great for slime enthusiasts. Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you next slime.
Matthew Jarvis, the amount of time you were playing with that slime was really concerning me. I was like, he's really into this right now.
I take great pride in my
It was
work.
uncomfortable to watch.
I really enjoyed how we all started with the same base element and then just forked out wildly. Because I made essentially just soup. Yeah. Matt's looked like cake batter. And then, Liv, you made shaving cream.
I will say you
Wild.
both looked professional as anything at the start. Wills, you were like, I'm making a roux. And Liv, the way you were like sprinkling in flour to the tub. And I was like, oh, I'm outclassed here. Like, I'm up against chefs, slime
I think
chefs.
my main problem was I put so much water in. The amount of dry ingredients I would need.
Yeah, like you were making a big bat. You were making like a 50-50
Yeah.
classic.
My
Enough
batch of
slime for a
favorite thing
whole
was
school.
I have Wheels saying he's not going to heat things. He's saying let's not put the heat on, and then he's like, and then he turns
I
the
ran
heat
out of
on.
ideas.
He's like, that's a bad idea.
Well,
right?
I got to a point where I was like, I knew there was too much water, and I was like, well, how do you make something less watery? Boil it.
Now the fact that you'd been already like 6 minutes into the task, I was like, you're never gonna
Yeah,
boil that down. But okay. I love the jelly mix idea as well, because that takes like what, a night to set.
Yeah, I will say, number one, not impressed that there was outside influences on that. I mean, it didn't help you.
I didn't
but
ask for help; it was just given
regardless.
to me.
Two, I wonder what would have happened if, like, thinking back on it, I wonder if I had made like a roux sauce, like you said, and then just made a really thick one. I reckon that might have really done the ticket. But obviously, at the time, as things go, just not really thinking.
Can we talk about Matt Jarvis putting that thing in his
This is
mouth?
another thing.
I know, yeah.
Early
that's-
on,
we have to address
I'm
that.
said
losing my
he's,
mind
adding
here.
salt that's to deter kids from eating it, but no one's eating it. He put in washing up liquid, said no one's
Yeah.
going to eat this, so don't worry. And then proceeds to eat it.
And chili powder.
Look, human innovation didn't get anywhere by playing it safe. Someone at some point has to put the
Got
slime
there
in
by
their
putting
mouth.
it in its
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that is how we found out that specific mix of ingredients is poisonous to human beings.
Oh, you were in A&E recently, Matt.
You literally created something deliberately designed not for human consumption, and yet what you did was you put it in your mouth.
Consumed
What
it.
else were you
Consumed
going to
it.
expect your body was going to do other than reject?
Shut down.
I also
Yeah.
love Liv's incredibly long, just poking the slime, followed by trying to colour the slime with a Sharpie.
The candle wax
My
was
defense-
genius, I'll say.
Thank you. In my defense, I didn't think that you were going to use the entire shot. I was like, I'll give Lolies lots to work with because it might not come through the sound.
I was like, it's so
and then,
uncomfortably
you
long.
know,
I have to use it all because it's like you think it's gonna end, and it just does. It just keeps going. You just keep poking it.
Yeah, no, it was a fascinating experience. It was you know, my dark passenger apparently loves poking
Yeah.
slime, so
It had big
Yeah.
Adult Swim vibes. That
Yeah.
shot, like Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
you know?
oh, definitely Tim and Eric, especially
Uncomfortably long, slimy sound effect
especially
shots.
just tapping things off with the "I'm broken."
So who won?
Okay,
who won,
well,
ladies?
based on me looking for what was again an unpleasantly thick and slippery liquid substance, I obviously
Liquid substance. Sorry, I just want to note liquid substance.
I mean none of them are solid. So I think that's everyone.
Yeah,
I
I definitely
obviously
made a liquid. Yeah.
didn't get to actually feel them, so I'm gonna have to go by look and by what I can tell from the way people played with the slime. I will be giving 4 points to Liv. I think Liv's seemed... I have a thing of slime here, and Liv seemed the closest thing to that in terms of texture. I mean, colour doesn't really matter, but it was also... It looked quite white, actually, weirdly, your slime. Which I don't know how
Yeah.
it did that.
a little bit.
Then I will be giving 3 points to Matt. Because I think whilst his was like quite doughy in texture, it was quite slimy. 2 points will go to Mian because Mian's was quite liquidy. It looked like sick. It was. I wouldn't want to play with that. Is what I'm trying to say. And Wheels gets 1 point because his was not slime. His was just soup.
I'm flabbergasted that you even gave me 1 point.
That was some watery.
Yeah.
that was
That's 1 point.
a delicious batch of flowers.
Dust my wets, by the way,
Lemon scented.
is a line that I will take with me for the rest of my life.
Thank you. I stole it from the internet.
All right. Well, we're moving on to task 2, and task 2 is
Oh,
one
no.
that you should all be fairly comfortable with. It's something that you're all, you know, quite familiar with. And I will start
Yeah, I
playing
thought so
the
too.
first video now.
slime challenge was a pretty catastrophic failure, so I'm hoping for a little bit more luck in the second one. Task2.pdf. Here we go. Create the cover art for a new board game and pitch your new game. There's no time limit on this one, so we can get as creative as we want. Okay.
So I've got to try and think creatively on the spot, which, believe it or not, is not my forte. I expect like a macaroni sculpture or something bizarre like that.
Cover art. Okay. Right.
Create the cover art for a new board game and pitch your new game. Right. Okay. That's cool. Can I draw? Should I draw it by hand, I guess?
Cover art for a new board game. Cover art. Do we have any paper?
I don't even know what to start with things. There's miniature stuff behind here. Oh yeah, you know what, this is... Matt, you're a genius. Yeah, that'll do. Yep, Sharpie, that'll come handy. Yep, cover art. I've immediately forgotten what every board game I've ever seen looks like.
Cover art for a new board game. Little canvas thing. Should I paint one? Should I paint something?
We've got some Sharpies. Got some Sharpies I can use.
So I've got like a box, like a plain white box. It's got a brand on there that'll cover up, but we could make a full-on box prototype, right? I feel like everyone else is going to be like, ooh, here's a piece of paper with my idea on it, or like, here's a Photoshop document. We got a real-life box.
Got some paper in here.
I think I've got some paper here. Oh no, some of this is legal documentation.
And I spent a few minutes sort of frantically thinking about what I could do, come up with ideas, looking through my collection of pens and pencils in my adorable pencil case, which says pen orgy in here tonight, pencils welcome too. And then I remembered I had these stickers left over from the charity stream that we did.
All right. I need like a Sharpie or something, right? Do you need to think of some ideas at some point?
Okay, what things do I like? Board games. A board game within a board game. I like escape rooms. I could do an escape room one. Handles. Fire game. Plants. So ones are cool. What if it was like Untitled Goose Game, but it was like a board game? Well, there's also a picture of my son Louis. I could do a board game based around my boy. Game that would only appeal to me and my mum.
I've got the stuff to make a cover with. The question is, what the heck do I put on it?
Let's see what's in here. Oh, coloured Sharpies? Yes! Alright, well let's look at the colour palette for this board game then. I feel like that's a good first step. Ugh. Creativity is bred in not ideal situations.
Some wise words from Mr. Whelan there.
Yeah, I was trying to find the word limitation there and it just wouldn't come up.
I mean, yeah, this obviously you're all very familiar with board games. I love my favourite part of that was Matt saying I've forgotten what every board game looks like, and literally above his head it's just like boxes and boxes of board games.
Just flinging miniatures, just
Look,
flinging
if
them.
you spend your time looking in the sky, you're never gonna keep your feet on the ground, whatever. I just went completely blank, was like, what do I do? And I think it seemed like everyone else was in a similar thing of just finding materials first and just being like, what do I even have to make this wheel?
Start with step one. You know,
The fact you had a box wheels is...
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good. I also enjoyed just watching Matt mumble to himself as he went back and forth across the room.
There was a lot
Yeah,
more of
boxes
that,
it
but I
was
couldn't
good
put
move.
it all in. I was like, I need to cut a time limit at some point. Also, Mian, how long have you had that pencil case?
Since university.
Right.
Blimey.
Okay.
So that was probably about.
It wasn't like the
Probably
one that you
about-
took to junior school. Though.
Yeah, rocking
what I
up 12
thought,
years
yeah.
old.
No, I probably got it about 6 years ago, something like that. Yeah, it's got a Chiquita banana sticker. Bananas are like a theme here.
Oh, yeah, there was a clip actually that I didn't include, but I wish I could have. It's, you say about the Chiquita sticker that you were clearly into bananas in your adolescence. It's not anymore,
right.
you're not into them anymore.
It was just a phase.
I've got one right.
Why is she holding up a banana?
You just always have to keep a banana
It's
close
already
by.
Yeah, you just,
Really?
I like,
One of the best
I like,
fruits, I know.
I like to have one to hand. Yeah.
It's important, yeah. So, I've split the creative processes into two different teams. So, first up, we're going to have the two M's, Matt and Mian.
Delicious.
I came up with the very creative idea, I think, of basing a board game art around this. So we're gonna take some of these lovely, adorable pussycats. I'm particularly enjoying this absolute unit here.
I've got pasta. What more do you need for a fantastic board game? Facility. Facility. Okay, I've got it. What's more popular in the world of board games, I ask you, than farming sims? And the answer is nothing. Nothing's more popular than farming sims.
Work in progress. What we're doing here is essentially making a collage of kitties and horses, which I feel like might feed into the concept of a sort of kittens versus horses showdown.
Forget wood for sheep. Start thinking about what's a pasta that starts with W? I don't know. But start thinking about it because it's coming your way.
I hope that's not your
Coming
pitch,
your way.
Matt.
What's a pasta that starts with a W?
Look, I only have Vasily in front of me. It's all I could think about at that moment in time, as you can tell.
I don't
love
think there
that
is a pasta that starts with W.
No, wheat-based.
Did you split the team up into the two people who were doing sort of like children's art?
The reason I put the M&Ms together is because they went about using like different materials, like outside of the norm, I guess.
Okay.
That was like the main thinking behind that. Whereas yourself and Liv had a similar theme and went about your idea a similar way.
I do love
Really?
the fact that earlier in the footage I mentioned making some sort of pasta sculpture, and lo and behold, it's like Matthew Jarvis heard me across the universe.
I would assume that living with a teacher gives you some pretty good arts and craft supplies.
You would be very surprised. Yeah, like supplies, I guess, but most of it lives at school. But in terms of like absorbing any knowledge, no.
Oh no, Matt, you've misunderstood me. I never said you would use them well.
I mean, we own pasta, but it's not typically because of the arts and crafts.
Considering that you looked around you at all the bountiest, options you had, and the first thing you jumped to was farming simulator.
Look, I know
said
what
something about
5 years in the board game industry teaches you a lot about what the market demands.
Do we want more? Do we want more farming simulators? That's
room.
No,
There's
we want
room
more cats
now.
versus horses.
Yeah,
Of course.
Exactly.
I feel like you're answering the 100 ducks versus one like duck-sized horse versus horse-sized duck, except it's cats. Because the stickers appear to be the same size. So all I started thinking about was a horse-sized cat.
Are they horse-sized cats or cat-sized horses?
You're
That
asking
is a
me
big
that
question.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, they are both exactly the same size.
Do they meet in the
Bitches.
middle?
So no, the cats are as large as the horses.
Right.
Okay.
So
You
one
could ride these
day,
cats.
there's a you understand there's a deep lore behind.
Yeah, no, of course,
yeah.
I'm sure you could tell. And one day, a litter of cats fell into a vat of strange green liquid
And became the
slime.
Joker.
and grew to the exact size of a horse. Or general horses.
The average horse, if you
The
will.
average horse size, which I don't know what that is.
Oh no, the cats are in the glue factory.
Yeah. and then there were horses. The horses turned up. The
they're
great,
just horses.
the great war began.
I'd like to just point out as well, Matt, you're very musical.
Thank you.
Fusili. Is that a song? Did you make that up?
Oh yeah, no, that was that. Although I'm very flattered, Lolies, that you would think that would be a professional song. That was in fact something I came up with on the spot. Yes.
I really enjoyed it. Right. Well, let's see what Live and Wheels have done. As I say, they've gone with a similar theme for theirs. So we'll see what that is now.
So you can't be the focus of every video. You can't be on every single one. What if we made a game about Toto?
What is the hook of the game? So Louis is the main boy. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's a sad boy. Look at his little face.
So, cat-themed game. Lolies is judging this, so that'll help. We could fill the box with Dreamies. Then that would obviously attract a cat crowd. Warning, contains Dreamies. Which would make it very hard to write. Now we might have to get some kind of brand deal with Dreamies themselves.
The objective of the game is to make him not sad. Okay, so and I'm gonna be really mad if people don't try their hardest to not make my boy sad. So everyone's got to try real hard at the game. Also, I'm taking inspiration from second edition of Camelot.
How about like a sort of feline-themed Sherlock consulting detective style, like crime-solving game called Cat Capers?
Wheels, we've made the same board game.
No, yours is about cheering up a cat. I'm doing real crime-solving business.
Real crimes.
Dog.
A dog, sorry.
Wow.
I've never met Louis.
It's still a some kind of investigatory game, I believe, though, right? Because you're trying to find other dogs in the neighborhood, so it's definitely
So they can be friends.
I do like Wheels.
The reason for doing it is different, but the idea is the same, I think.
Yeah, Wills, I like that your pictures just fill the box with Dreamies. It's like,
See-
the actual game doesn't matter. It's like the equivalent of putting something on Kickstarter with a load of fancy miniatures. It's like,
Exactly.
it doesn't actually matter how it plays.
100%
Just put something in the
matter.
box that people are going to buy.
You just got to lure in the punters,
Yeah.
And I essentially, my game is what I would loosely call a scam, which is to say, you just hope they don't ask for a refund, and then that's kind of the business model.
I mean, I would say that it seems like the primary audience of your game is Toto.
cats.
It's Toto, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's by cats for cats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cats are
Well,
fed
I
up
was
with
gonna-
humans making games for them because they just don't understand. That's why I've gotten a real consultant to work with me on this one.
Liv, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Second edition Camelot, really?
God's sake.
Taskmaster, I feel like that was a direct jab.
Look, no.
Surely a point
It
deduction
felt,
for that
it
one.
felt
Yeah, it was
like
pointed.
Liv
It
was trying to rub it in my face.
Yeah. Rile you
to
up.
me. Listen to me. When you see the actual game, you will say that you will see that it was just an observation as to the style of what I was drawing. Like, oh, this looks like second edition Camelot.
Oh, you're saying it looks bad? Is that?
Well, we're not getting into this again.
We're not. But I'm just saying that the poses I had for the subjects involved, including the boy.
Subject A.
Wow.
Subject
Your
A.
Honour.
I'm sorry, hold on. In the video, I mean, it wasn't put into the edit, but you were frantically looking through your phone for a picture of Louis. Are you telling me you had a framed picture of Louis on your desk the entire time?
No, this is a birthday card from him.
Oh.
Oh.
This is more recent.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Don't judge me.
That Louis saying that.
Yeah. Don't judge me. Yeah, no, but look, just when you see the actual product that I will pitch,
Yeah.
it just was looking very Camelot.
I think the same goes for me, Liv. I think the box will stand for itself because I think I've made a real work of art. So
Oh, well, that's
Okay.
the Taskmasters
Well,
to decide.
we're about to
isn't
find
it?
out because we're about to watch the pitches. And we're starting with... Mian is up first.
First one up is Brighton-based entrepreneur Alex Mian. She is using stickers she had left over from a charity stream to create what she reckons will be the next big board game hit.
So this is our final piece of artwork here. I've entitled it My Little Pony The Cat Wars. So I figured, what's more popular these days, but IPs and IP-based board games. So that's the kind of angle we're going from here. An all-out war between the forces of My Little Pony, your favourite My Little Ponies, such as Cannon Hat Pony and Flamethrower Pony and Mecha's Pony versus the forces of Catland, Kitty with the Flail, the Holy Smite Kitty, the Scales of Pitiless Justice Kitty. All your favourites go head to head against one another in a battle for the ages. I imagine this being like a sort of quick fire card game where one person plays as the My Little Ponies and another person plays as the Kitty forces. There's probably going to be some, humour in there. People love that exploding kittens thing. So, we've got both the kitties and the humour, I guess. I mean, that sounds good. That will sell like hotcakes. Why wouldn't you go for that, huh?
My absolute favourite thing, Mian, was the fact that you drew extra legs on the two horses on the same sticker.
I wanted to show that the horses were in a horse bag.
Oh, I see. I just thought they were extra long. You were like, these aren't long enough.
Yeah, I
These
thought
boys
you
aren't
just
long enough."
merged them into one horse.
The size that 3 horses need to operate it.
Yeah, it's huge. It's I imagine the size of, in like Power Rangers when they all merge together into like a Megazord thing.
I'm a little bit confused though, because there's one driving it, but there's 2 inside it.
They're spinning the drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You need the horsepower.
I think in the lore of this lore-rich game in the kind of backstory here, those 2 horses are actually one horse merged into together as a kind of mutant horse because they accidentally fell into the vat of with stuff on the way to the to the cat. And so they merge together into one horse. So they always have to be together in the mech, and they're just trained in and helping pilot the mech. And then the little one at the top is. I like to think that the little one is like controlling a turret or something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see this retailing for? Just out of interest.
I reckon around like the £10 mark. I don't think it would be expected for the kind of very mainstream market who like some fun. They like to have a good time. They might like horses and cats. And they might like My Little Pony specifically because it's part of the IP. And also there's a lot of, these old IPs are making a comeback. We're seeing, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, all that lot. Why not My Little Pony? But like a slightly mature take on My Little Pony.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't seem like My Little Pony, more like My Angry Horses.
My angry horses, my angry horses.
I mean, a lot of My Little Pony fans are, you know, our
Older
age.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They've grown up, so they've matured, and maybe maybe they don't fancy, you know, friendship. Maybe
Their
they're
hearts are
more
filled with
into...
spite now.
War.
Yeah, maybe they just want a healthy way.
They've been
of
through some
expressing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trauma
exactly.
is magic.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
We've got Liv's pitch up next for her game about her dog Louie. So let's see how that turned out.
Our next entrepreneur is Olivia Kennedy, who's hoping to enlighten the board gaming community with the cuteness of her dog Louie and a game based on it. Her cat Bella also features.
Hi, I'm Olivia Kennedy, and this is Doggone It, co-op game with 3 to 8 players. So you're just playing a good boy, going around the neighborhood, trying to find friends, but oh no, your friends have gone missing. Where have they gone? You play as one of 8 Louies, and your Louie can be customized to your liking. And you play as a Louie, and you're going around and you're looking for clues to find the other neighborhood dogs. But one of the Louies is Bella. Bella is secretly going around setting traps for Louie, so that like you might be Louie going around trying to find the dogs, but you fall into I don't want anything bad to happen to him. It's only like really minor stuff, like you fall into a pit that's full of doggo treats and he can't get out because he's just really excited about the treats. Look, it's hidden roll game, co-op. And then there's this hidden roll, and the hidden roll's trying to stop you from completing the objective, which is collecting all the dogs and sending and getting them home safely.
Lovely. I see the price tag there was £85.
Wow! Yeah, I will say that is expensive.
That's someone who's just started playing Descent and has had their ideas of what a board game costs completely
Several
skewed.
weeks ago.
How many miniatures are in that box?
So many miniatures.
So many
and
miniatures,
it's like
yeah.
it's at least 50 hours of game.
Wow! How many
Customize
dogs
it
are
as well,
there?
you said, right? You could customize the Louis to your
Like
liking.
magnetic
Exactly.
legs.
Right, okay.
Different legs, expanded
Different
living
legs.
parts or something.
Doggone it,
my
though.
problem, my question, I should say,
Thank you,
is
Matt.
if one of you is secretly Bella,
Yeah.
do you still have a Louis miniature?
Yeah, you still look like a dog. You're just a cat.
Right.
Everyone gets a
reveal
card. Everyone
Right.
gets a card in front of them like, yes, actually Louis, or nah, it's Bella. And then you reveal your card at the end, like, I was the cat all along. Meow.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to say there was a bit of an issue of form over function here, Liv.
I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, my box is filled with dreamies.
Yeah.
No!
No,
It's true,
I'm
at
talking about you.
Yeah, exactly. That's my brilliant idea.
I know. And you come here and judge me.
I didn't quite get the name. Also, was that something I just didn't
Doggone it.
understand?
Doggone it, yeah.
Doggone it.
I think that's a really good name.
Dog. Like, doggone it. You know?
Doggone it.
Yeah.
You know, like a
And
cowboy.
the dogs are gone, so you're going to find them. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
I'd say dang nabbit or whatever that is.
That can work too.
They're all
Customize
just
it.
wrong versions of God damn it.
Customize.
To be fair.
Oh, you can customize the name as well. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. Customize all of
I
those.
That Dang Nabbit is the sequel to Dog.
You play as a character called Dag who has to
You
steal.
play as dang rabbit, and you play as rabbits.
Yeah, absolutely. No, exactly.
Louis,
It writes itself, Lolies. It really does.
It really
And that's why
does.
I think you should
Alright.
consider mine.
It
the
writes
one-
itself
I will
because you
invest.
didn't write it, Liv.
I didn't write it.
Right. Well, next up we have Matthew Jarvis, who has created something around pasta. So we'll see what he's done with pasta now.
Pasta is the perfect student food and everybody loves it. So our next entrepreneur, Matt Jarvis, has taken this versatile and popular ingredient and turned it into what he thinks will be the next big Kickstarter sensation.
Farmers of Fusilli is a board game for 2 to 8 players. Players take on the roles of highly professional pasta farmers operating in the fields of local fusilli, because fusilli is the only place you can grow fusilli. If you grow fusilli anywhere else, it's just known as twisty pasta. Players roll dice to plant, grow and harvest their fusilli seeds as they blossom into fusilli crops. It may sound easy, but actually it's a highly dangerous job, which is why they have to don tactical farming gear, including equipment such as a riot shield, the pasta farming tool, which you can see on the right. Bryony note you can see is using the ripeness scanner to check the ripeness of the fusilli crop, and also has the what do they call it? Anti-pasta crow tool, which you use. It fires an ultrasonic beam. It's non-lethal. It scares away the pasta crow, which you can see in the top right. The pasta crow is a great threat to the fusilli farmers of fusilli, because it will sweep down and munch on the pasta. It doesn't mind if it's al dente. It plays from 2 to 8 because there is an optional variant that allows someone to play as the pasta crow. And when they play as the pasta crow, they use a separate board that gives a pasta crow view from above, allows you to swoop down and steal the crops. It plays in approximately 30 minutes to 4.5 hours, depending on the number of players and whether the pasta crow is involved, because it's very slow moving but quite fearsome. And that's the Farmers of Fusilli. It's launching on Kickstarter this October. The base game is £20, but you can opt for the premium Kickstarter exclusive edition, which adds in miniatures of the pasta farmers, Alison, Brian Enope, and the other characters, which will be added as stretch goals. Also a miniature of the pasta crow itself, which is a foot tall. The premium edition costs £350, and it comes with solid silver fusilli. And that's the Farmers of Fusilli. Thank you for listening to my pitch. I hope you decide to invest or back this Kickstarter or however this is released.
I don't need to see wheels. That's the winner.
I will say that is exactly what I expected from that job.
It's so good. I mean, the great thing about it is it's ready for market. You even have a jingle already in the shape of fusilli. So we can bring this out for Christmas, or at least, get the ads rolling for Christmas, get people excited.
The classic pasta season.
Yeah.
£20 is very cheap. I would be
to
see how you'd be able to produce it.
I want to make it accessible.
Yeah, but also it's Kickstarter, right? So if you buy it at £20, you only actually get the box.
Yeah, there's nothing in it.
I have,
everything else is a stretch goal.
I wrote down for myself what I would expect the RRP to be based on what I know about the game. And I said £50 to £60, seeing as it's miniatures and you've got the hidden roll element, you've got a separate board. There's a lot to it. But I mean, according to you, it was either £20 or £350.
I think it's very sus to me. I don't know where you're getting your numbers.
It does feel like you're maybe undervaluing it / I mean, if you're getting actual silver
solid gold
fusilli and 1 foot tall pasta crow, I can kind of again. I think you might be underpricing yourself a little.
Yeah, well, the £20 version is made completely of pasta. That's the box is made of lasagna sheets.
Wait, what?
Right.
Don't get it wet. Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be problems going on.
Well, to be honest, if you had any board game box and it got wet, it would get destroyed. So that's just the thing with general.
But it wouldn't be
games.
delicious, so
Don't get them wet.
Well, yeah, you don't want.
You need to dust. You need to dust your wets. That's what you need to do.
I did like the addition of the P on the crow.
Just in
Just
case.
to highlight it was the pasta crow.
It was also clearly a demon, right?
Yeah, I mean, a little very demonic.
Yeah. What was
No
it
idea what you're
again?
talking
A
about.
gargoyle. is
Yeah,
the-
it bears no resemblance to the gargoyle from the Grinning Gargoyle paints that I was using to paint the box.
And y'all are all completely underestimating the power, the attraction of the 1 foot tall pasta crow.
You're right.
I'm in.
It's the miniatures.
Like,
the miniatures will sell
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh
Exactly.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty strong. We've just got wheels left now. To
Okay,
see.
well, let's see what the quote scam is like.
Let's see what happens.
Allegedly.
Our final entrepreneur, Michael Wheels Whelan, has come up with something he thinks will revolutionize the board game industry. A game no cat lover can deny.
We have Railroad Inc. and we have hot new board game, Inspector Toto's Cat Capers. You might be thinking, well, what's the difference between these two? You know? What's going to make this one sell when this one is clearly far more professional? Well, here's my secret weapon. Mr. Toto? Yeah? Could you please pick which of these games is your favourite? Do you prefer this one? Not seeming very interested. Or this one? Okay. Here's the test. Which one do you prefer, bud? Just look. Yeah, no, that's the one. There it is. There it is. That thing's going to move you. Let me tell you that. That's market research right there. Okay? All right. There it is. Inspector Toto's Cat Capers, a crime-solving, cat-themed board game that contains real dreamies so that cats are more likely to move toward it in the board game shop.
It's a flawless system.
No.
I don't really know what else I need to explain. Obviously, I didn't go into pricing, things like that.
Yes. Tell me.
It's free to play, but it's a games as a service model. So there's going to be cosmetics and stuff that you can download for your Inspector Toto. Each new investigation is unlocked via some kind of like in-game microtransaction. And we don't need to talk about that bit. As I said, it's a scam, right? So we're just hoping for a big whale to really sort of like get invested in the game and just sort of like, dip all their entire life savings into it.
Right.
Wait.
So, but you're expecting cats to go to the board game cafes
Now-
and shop
now
with their owners.
I have a slight issue with this, Lolies, because you've cut out the bit where I said cats are already in cafes, right? We've got cat cafes. So the next logical step is cat board game cafes. And if all of the people coming to your cat board game cafe are like, wow, cats really like this Inspector Toto's Cat Capers game, I really need to give it a go. What's that? It's free to play. Please don't look at the transactions that are listed at the bottom with a big legal
the
warning
reason
for
I
kids.
cut it out, Wheels, is because you said people bring their cats to cat cafes, and why wouldn't they also bring them to board game cafes? But cat cafes are not a place to bring your cats; they're a place to go visit cats that are not your own.
Look,
So
board game
it's like-
shops are not a place you bring your own board games, but you can if they don't have the thing that you want. And if you turn up to a cat cafe and you're like, well, none of these are as good as Toto, I might as well just bring Toto.
I will say, so you're expecting the human owners of the cats to purchase these microtransactions for the cat. Because obviously, as far as I know, cats haven't recently gained their own
No.
economy.
Ian, sorry, I think you're misunderstanding the pitch here.
Right.
The cat is merely a drawing element. It's marketing,
Right.
right? The dreamy element is
Okay.
marketing. It brings the human player to the game, at which point the human player is the one that we're milking for money, right?
Right.
That's the one that's going to be playing Inspector Toto's Cat Capers, a spin-off of the Consulting Detective series. Not legally, but basically, right? A spiritual successor, if you will.
Yeah.
And at that point, that's where we get them. We've got them at that point. It's just, just got to bleed them dry of all their
I do appreciate your candor, Wheels. I do.
Yeah, he's very upfront about
EA
I'm
are
gonna-
already interested.
I'm gonna give my points to people.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm excited.
I am going to give Matt Jarvis 4 points. I think it was a very well thought out game. It was 3D. It just jumped out of the page, really. I want to play it, to be honest. I kind of want this to be a real game. I kind of think the theme's a bit ridiculous, but in a fun way. and I love it. Despite maybe this, yeah, I'm just gonna give the points. 3 points go to Wheels.
Yes.
Come
on.
I
What?
need to think about the bottom line, and I do think that the game will sell. Actually,
Yeah.
can you tell? Oh, no, you said it was free to play.
It's free at the point of entry, at which point we bleed him
then
dry with the
microtransactions.
microtransactions.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Honey would probably go for that game, and I need to
100%. Toto already did.
This.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who
also,
got a focus
the
group
market
involved.
research
Your focus
does
group was the
show-
cat who appears on the front of the box.
You can't read, Matt.
And you put dreamies.
I mean,
you
it's
clearly
been
put
tested
dreamies in that
and
box.
proven.
Yeah, who was your focus group,
surely
Matt? Yeah, that's what I
like-
thought.
I know, you test it for Honey, bring it to Honey, and then see what she
Well,
says.
I have
Well,
to
it's
give
too
my
late
points
for
now. I'm going to give 2 points to Mian because I think IP-based games are the way to go. I think especially the fact that you took My Little Pony and mixed it with cats, which is also by themselves just a popular theme. I think that's really strong. And sorry, Liv, just 1 point. Actually, do you know what? I'll give you 2 points, Liv. I think yours.
What?
Wow.
Thank you.
2 points to Liv and Mian.
Didn't realise we were running a charity here, but that's...
Excuse me.
Your box is literally just a storage box.
Hold on.
Mine was 3D!
I've got something coming in through my headphones. Apparently, there's been some footage found that we
What?
need to look
What?
into. Yeah, there's
Oh.
been some kind of cheating
Oh.
going on.
Cheating?
Yeah.
Oh God, is it me?
I'm obviously going to give him the dreamies, aren't I?
What?
I'm not a monster.
No! Hold on!
There you go. Good job.
That's
Bribery.
not...
That
That
is
happened
right.
after the
Right.
market research.
Blatant bribery.
Why? How dare you? I finished filming and I was like, right, we're done now. Toto has obviously smelled the dreamies, so I gave them to him. Because I'm not a
Lies.
monster.
All lies.
But did you have an
Right.
agreement with Toto before that, saying that he would get dreamies if you chose your game?
I'm going to reveal some upsetting information here, which I don't think people are ready to hear. But it's about time that it was out in the open. Toto cannot comprehend human speech, and I think I think that does absolve me
I
of any
think
cheating.
the rattling of the box is enough to inform Toto that
There's a
treats
thousand
were
words.
imminent.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the game. I
I'm
told
sorry,
you,
I'm
it's
sorry,
a scam.
I'm gonna have to
Market
disqualify
research.
you.
This is ridiculous.
Yes!
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Lolies
I can't
has
believe it.
spoken. The Taskmaster has
Justice!
spoken.
I have the
Will.
whole thing on video, and you gave me 3 points anyway, and then you've invented a whole
Excuse me,
cheating scandal.
Are you?
I'm calling
telling
into
me
question your
Taskmaster-
integrity. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, all I can say is you got no points that round, and I hope you think about what you've done.
I will be going to the small claims court. Is what I'll be doing. The Financial
well-
Ombudsman Service.
I'll see you there with the no money you make from your game, seeing as it's free to play.
No money at entry.
Right. Well, we're on to task 3, the final task of the show. And we've stuck with the creative theme here.
Creative is probably a stretch.
Yeah.
I am very excited about this. This is one that will definitely stay in your head for some time afterwards. Let's see what y'all thought. What first impressions of reading the task.
We're about to read the third and final lot of these tasks from Lolies. Beloved, hallowed be her name, Taskmaster. Create a catchy theme tune for Dicebreaker. Catchiest song wins. Oh no!
Create a catchy theme tune for Dicebreaker. Catchiest song wins. Okay, baby. Okay.
Oh my god. Lolies. This is devious. Okay. Okay, catchiest. So not necessarily best song, which is fine.
Catchiest song wins? Okay. Alright. Oh. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking this has been rigged. We've got an art challenge and a music challenge. pretty nailed on for victory in this one, I think. So let me just grab my guitar.
All right, okay, someone was cocky.
I will say, despite the veneer of confidence I gave, writing music on camera is one of the most harrowing experiences you can ever have.
Yes, this was a very difficult task.
I mean, I listened to the songs for the very first time yesterday when I was putting this video together, and I have had. There's definitely a song that's stuck with me. I obviously won't reveal until we've seen them all, but the thing was catchiest song, so it's gonna be the song that catches you and stays with you. So that's I'm going with what science is telling me, not with anything else. So we're gonna see them one at a time, of course. If we just watch them all together, that would be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, a mess. Yeah.
And we're gonna start with Alex Simeon.
No. Why did you start with me?
Do you have a? Well, I'll ask you afterwards. Let's just go. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wake up this morning, open your browser, looking for board games, search for Dicebreaker, find all the latest and greatest and card games, RPGs, miniatures, missing them would be a shame. Got lots of videos, user reviews, with that Java slowlies, wheels and live too. It's all about having fun and acceptance, being sure not to swear in a sentence. Ooh, it's Dicebreaker. Won't you sign on? No, I'm going to make ya. Yeah, it's Dicebreaker. If you leave a lasting comment, we're gonna hate ya. There you go. Hope you like that, Lolies.
There we go.
That was very good.
Very fantastic
Yeah, that was
song.
really, really good.
Yeah.
I just wish you tuned the guitar.
Yeah, I know the guitar was out of tune. I right, pre-casting to this. I've not played guitar in about 8 years, something like that.
Did you have to scrape the dust off it?
Yeah, basically. And I used to have like a tuner, like an electronic tuner, because I don't know how to tune by ear.
You can get them online so easily.
Well,
There's a
unfortunately,
YouTube
I
video.
don't. Yeah, I wasn't anticipating Lolies asking a task for us to make a song. Therefore, I did not have one lying around. So I was like, okay, I will try to improve this somewhat, and then just roll with what I had. So that was.
I mean, I thought it was great.
excuse.
Yeah, it was. The lyrics were fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, God.
It was really good.
My favourite parts were the bits where I was like, wait, where are my fingers?
Yeah. What are you entitling the song? Do you have a title for it?
Dicebreaker is the best. Brackets.
Ooh.
Ooh.
UWU.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Good.
Well, yeah. That's a fantastic start.
Well, now we've gotten that out of the way. I can breathe.
Very
was
good.
good.
It was very good.
Oh,
Like Will said,
It
this
was a
was the
song.
most daunting task of them all. It was.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
especially when you've got an out of tune guitar and
Yeah.
Still good though. Still good. Next up, we've got musician extraordinaire Michael Wheels Whelan,
right, okay, show
who
me up. Right.
used to be in a band, right? And you
Used to
also
be in a band. Don't know if I've mentioned it before. I used to be in a band.
So let's see what the musician, the famous musician Michael Wheels Whelan had come up with.
Board games for everyone. Join Dicebreaker and have some fun. Grab your set of polyhedral dice. Everyone's welcome as long as they're nice, because board games for everyone. Join Dicebreaker and have some fun. This is where you'd put some additional lyrics if I'd managed to write them yet. Board games, and then you slow it down. For everyone, join Dicebreaker and have some fun. Grab your set of polyhedral dice. Everyone's welcome as long as they're nice.
Bravo!
Yeah, that was really good.
Nice.
Very good.
I liked your transition into Nick Cave at the end.
Thank
Just-
you.
Yeah.
I feel like you lose a lot by not seeing the creative process behind the songwriting. There was a bit where I was toying with the idea of, after saying grab your set of polyhedral dice, I would wink at the camera and go, "Am I right, gamers?" Which that didn't make the final cut. But
Lost
At
a
the
lot
end of the
from
day,
that.
the final performance is what I'm basing this on, so we don't need to see the process. So do you have a title for this song, Wheels? Board games for
I
everyone?
guess you'd call it Board Games Forever, wouldn't you? I think.
Is that with the number 4 or?
Yeah, and
Number
every
one?
one. Yeah.
Oh, it could be like a 4 dice. That could be cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Board Games
D4
everyone. That's the
Nice.
official title as it's
Okay.
written. I think
I'm back in.
I think the main thing to take away from this is there's a lot of brand recognition.
Yes.
And I was really thinking about the business approach to this song. This is a jingle at the end of the day. It's a theme song, right? So getting the slogan in there, getting the name, those SEO keywords like polyhedral dice. I feel like this is going to be a real slam dunk, and that's my pitch.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just the same couple of lines over and over again. So
It was, yeah.
you've definitely nailed the old getting the brand in.
Yeah, and it's about getting in your head, right? And you've got to just hit the repeat button if it's going to just really worm your way into your brain.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say, yeah.
That's what they say.
Alright, well, we've got Matt Jarvis up next,
Oh,
the
no.
musical wonder, and you can see that so far everyone's been on guitar. Will that change now?
I will say I'm glad you cut out the creative process, because I spent about 40 minutes just sat in the middle of my
know.
living room like...
Yes, and Matt has actually gone a similar route to Wheels in terms of one or two of his lines anyway, but yeah, we'll see what Matt did now.
Board games for everyone, board games for you, board games for everyone, website, YouTube, Dicebreaker every day, let's have some fun, Dicebreaker's here, oh yay, for everyone, for everyone, board games for you, board games for everyone, website, YouTube, cardboard on tabletops, our favourite thing, dice rolling never stops, everybody sing, board games for everyone, board games for you, board games for everyone, website, YouTube, card games and RPGs, we love them all, more board games, please, 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 we'll have a ball, board games for everyone, board games for you, board games for everyone, website, YouTube, Liv, Lolies, me and Wills, Matt, it's Dicebreaker.
Oh,
Sweet.
so sweet.
Cheeky little boy, look.
There you go.
You
got
really
another
got the
favourite lyric.
SEO keywords in there, didn't you?
Look,
It was like a Google search terms list.
it's got to be catchy both audibly and also you want people to be finding those lyrics when they're Googling. So
Yeah.
the perfect
I mean, it
combination.
had a chorus, and I think I had 3 different verses as well.
Oh yeah. It's a real, epic.
Oh
I
yeah,
love the part where it just said, "Oh yay!" I love
Oh
that.
yay! Yeah, I did like that bit.
Everybody sing.
Oh yay!
My favourite part of all of these is like the little cuts where there's like, I want to know what happened.
It would have just been somebody going, just cut that bit out. Right, well, we've had 3 out of the 4 people on guitar. We've had a couple of board games for everyone songs. And we have Liv last but not least. Liv with
Looks
her
very excited.
rendition of the new Dicebreaker theme.
My catchy theme tune for Dicebreaker. Okay, ready? Dicebreaker, bum 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 bum. Dicebreaker, bum 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 bum. Dice to meet you, we're Team DB. Are you playing games? Well, you ought to be. We got insight and skills, cool friends, and more. We'll introduce you to games galore. Dicebreaker, bum 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 bum. Dicebreaker, bum 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 bum. Pull up a seat.
That was absolutely incredible, Liv. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
You went for a real hip hop feel to that one.
That was amazing.
That you used your
You
water
missed
bottle
my
as an
mind
instrument.
Yeah, I was like, oh, if I only I had my guitar, but I didn't.
I think you can see the genre splits because I think me and Mian went for sort of like Christian youth group music.
Yeah.
Matt Jarvis went for a sort of 70s folk song. And then Liv went full on modern day hip hop. And I think, yeah.
If you looked at my mind map, which I made in the creative process, which Lolies will attest to, it was very 80s kind of after school, like, yeah, let's go. That kind of thing.
There was a few clips of people going, I feel like a children's presenter.
Yeah.
I will say my favourite part of yours, Liv, was the kind of audio accents you added. It was like, bah, 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 like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
play
also a
some
cappella in
instrument.
parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was genuinely great, yeah.
Does everyone on this team play guitar? I wasn't aware.
I don't know. I have a guitar, a Hello Kitty guitar. But I've had it since I was 18, and I was learning to play then for about a month and never since, so just gathering dust.
I was say in one of the outtakes, I was using like a little pocket synthesizer, and I just remixed my own voice saying our name, and it was terrible. It was the worst thing I think I've ever made musically.
At one point, I thought that was the finished product, and I was like,
no.
Okay.
I am not so naive as to the quality of it to be like, yeah, oh god, that was I mean, incredible round though, like genuinely. Like,
I mean, I think that was really stellar effort from everyone. Like, if you had given that task to me, I would have been like, So yeah, really well done. I have, as I say, I've picked the winner based, or like the points based on which one I've had stuck in my day. So I woke up this morning with a song, one of these songs stuck in my head. I literally woke up and I started singing it as soon as I got up. So I will be awarding 4 points to Liv.
Whoa!
I woke up singing Dicebreaker. So that just goes to show you don't need to have a guitar or instruments to make a good song, a catchy song.
Thank you.
However, there was another one that was in my head, and that was the one I was singing last night when I was pottering about my house doing some life admin. And so I'm also gonna give 4 points to Matt Jarvis for board games for everyone, because that's the one I was singing last night. So I think
it's in my head right now.
Yeah, I was singing that last night, and I was trying to remember what the other songs were, and I was like, I can't remember. I don't know. And I had a similar situation with Liv this morning when I was singing Liv's song, and I was like, I can't remember what Matt's song is or anyone else's. So 4 points to Matt and Liv, but it was so stellar all around. I'm also going to give 3 points to both Mian and Wheels, because I think all of you deserve a lot of points. That round is just like blown me away.
A lot of points.
A lot of points. So well done, everyone. And with that, I've got the final score for this Taskbreaker episode. We've got trailing in the behind is Wheels with 4
Absolutely
points.
robbed. I should be on 7.
4 points for Wheels. Next up with 7 points is Mian. Then it's quite close for first place. There's only 1 point in the difference. One of you has 10 points and one of you has 11. And the person who's winning this episode is Matt Jarvis with 11 points.
Woo!
Woo!
Thank you. But yeah, like genuinely, I think all round that was just amazing. And a hand to Lolies for coming up with the tasks and hosting it all, because like as I opened those tasks, it was just like, oh god. But it was also like these are perfect, and also I hate them at the same time. So that perfect line of like, this will embarrass me, but be entertaining.
Yeah, I tried to make them something you could do.
They were really good.
Somewhat easily at home.
Very good.
Great.
Very good.
Well, that wraps up this first episode. Matt, you can collect your prize later.
Whoa!
Your prize is you have to go back to work.
Congratulations, Matt. You're the
Thanks so
new
much,
editor-in-chief of Dicebreaker.
Yeah, it was actually for an editor-in-chief role.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really looking forward to
Really?
the
So
admin of the
close.
emails. Yeah.
Yeah, Liv, that could have been you. You could have been the editor-in-chief. Just work that a little bit harder, Liv.
I know, I'm sorry. If only a
Yeah.
doggone it.
Now
I'd
it's
be more
like
of a
wrestling, as
success.
I have to defend my title each every 3 months at the next.
We need to get you a belt. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just got pasta on it. I do
Farmers
actually.
officially
So I have had
my favourite ball game.
behind my thing for so long. The one of the I can't remember if it was Brian Eno or Alison, but one of them fell off.
I
But
think
I've
that's
just had
Alison.
this. I couldn't bear to let it go because I was so
I
quietly
love
pleased with it.
Actually, I want to say as well, I'm really surprised that none of you were like humming your own songs after you wrote them, because like I am humming your songs.
Try
so-
to get rid of that memory.
Yeah, I
as soon
instantly
as
just
it's
tried to
possible,
move on
yeah.
from that. Yeah.
As soon as I did that, I was like, well, that never happened. What
Shutting
happened?
that down with all the other trauma.
Jesus. Right, well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Taskbreaker. We will have an extended cut coming to Dicebreaker Plus as well, so if you are a member or if you'd like to become a member, now's a good time, because that will be going up sometime around then. Check out
I think
our
it's
social
the week
media if you want to find
after.
out when.
We'll
Okay.
know.
We'll keep you posted. If you'd like to see more of us, stick around. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to see more of us doing actual tabletop content, not just this messing around stuff. Head over to dicebreaker.com if you'd like to see some news, reviews, and just greatly written articles. Not by me, because I clearly can't speak.
I promise
That's why
it's
we put
better
you on
than
the
the
video
music.
team.
That's why you put me on the video team, because I know words good. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye bye.